listening to In the Trench.
Welcome back to another episode. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. The reason I said that like that is because at my job, whenever we have conference calls, because it's with like many countries, they're forced to, our boss forces us to go, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, for whatever reason. I swear. Anyway, today we have I have such a formula for these intros, but she's so cool, man. She was in our first season. She's back. She's kind of like, now will put us on the map because I don't think we're on any map yet, but we're definitely going up. So Cecily Chapman, said her name right, by the way, for you fans, because I got absolutely roasted for saying her name wrong. But she came back on. It was such a great experience. She told us everything about what's going on with their new show and what's going on behind the scenes with Cecily. By the way, she has a new makeup line coming out, a skincare line coming out. Her show is on Unleashed Reality TV. I'm going to leave links in the description to download the app. And I don't think her story's out yet, but when her story's out, I'll come back and edit this and put it in the description, the link to that. But for now, go download her app to watch her new show called The Truth Unleashed with Cecily Chapman. It's a really interesting and really cool show. Very gratifying for her. And we just really can't wait to have her back on. So Cecily, thank you again for coming back on. What an amazing experience. Enjoy the show. Oh, time out. We have discount codes with Mini Activewear and Hillbilly Iced Tea. Link in bio. Who's back?
Look who's back. Hold on 1 second. Let me just turn this up. Okay. How's it going?
Good. At this point, I think we can consider you a regular. This is a second appearance.
A second appearance. So I'm a regular now.
Just a regular. Yep. How's it going with you? How's everything?
Good. It's been busy. It's been very busy.
I've seen you've been kind of popular lately.
Yeah, just a tad.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's good. That's how are you managing your time right now? Yeah.
Fun question. Wow, let's just get right to it, huh?
I was just talking more like just regular, just not really going in deep into anything. Just how is it you managing it? Because I know you're super busy.
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of play it week by week. I try to plan things in advance, at least a few weeks, just so that way I get it on the calendar so I know it's there, and so that way I don't try to book something else. But I've just been kind of keeping myself busy. Obviously, I've been through some kind of shitty situations lately. So, the last 2 years was kind of a hiccup for me. So now that I'm fully back and I'm like ready to work, I kind of left Hawaii behind for a little while. So I'm very busy. I'm very thankful to be working again, of course, but it is kind of crazy how fast everything kind of happened.
It exploded. Welcome to the East Coast, first of all.
Yes,
welcome to normal time zones.
I know, right? It's kind of weird. I still find myself up at 4 and 5 in the morning just because Hawaii's still up. Yeah. So like I can't really win with the time zone thing.
How does it feel knowing that when you're up, everyone else is up? Like it's finally like,
yeah.
I know Hawaii is amazing, but the world revolves on Eastern time. That's when everything goes.
Yes, exactly. So it feels better to be able to keep up with people at a normal pace. It's not so I'm not getting blown up at 4 and 5 in the morning anymore. But
I have to say this just to correct a mistake from our first episode.
Oh, I know, poor thing. I kind of let it fly just because I
can't believe you should have interrupted me. Welcome back, Cecily. Thank you.
I know everyone was giving you
your fans came after me, but hey, listen, it was very polite the way they came. Like they just corrected me. Nobody was being harsh. One lady was being harsh, and then somebody else came in and like shut them down. Like somebody's like coming at me, and somebody else came in like, nerd.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My fans are very defensive. They're very
I like it. Hey, listen, hopefully this episode corrects things.
Yes.
Cecily's fan base Ended.
He says sorry, guy. He's super sorry.
So we had our episode. You came on our podcast when you were like our third guest, I think, third or fourth guest, when we were like nothing. Like we're still nothing compared to what we were then.
Honestly, my biggest thing is like you really have to start from the bottom up.
Yeah.
I can't reiterate. Wait, how do you say that? Reiterate. Oh God.
It's okay.
You can't really like say that enough. You know, you got to start from the bottom. You really do. And I've kind of learned that in the last couple of years is, you know, you have to start over and if you have to, it's okay. You know, you get back up and you start all over again.
Well, you're taking the reality TV show, The World, by storm right now at the moment. I know your show isn't out yet, and we're still waiting on that announcement coming soon. But sorry about that. You've been working hard. So where are you now compared to where you were, I guess, in this term when our first episode went live? So it's been what, 3-4 months?
Yeah. So when we first had our live, I was still in Hawaii. I was still kind of figuring out if I was going to make this big decision to do all these things here in the mainland or not. I was for sure going to do it. I just didn't know how, and I didn't know if I was going to leave Hawaii or not. And I took the chance, and I said, no, I'm going to just go full throttle and get in there and do what I got to do.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
That's so empowering, I guess, in this times for somebody like you, who you were in the public eye for a long time. You took a step aside for a little bit, and now you're back doing your own thing, just kind of like getting out of your own, like the old shell you were in, into like this new you show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
that be out of there you go, Nicole.
It's honestly, it's kind of crazy that I kind of came out with this whole idea of the truth unleashed. You know, I think that we need to start normalizing a lot of these conversations because a lot of people go through really fucked up shit.
Yeah. And
it's not talked about, and people hide it and people cover it up and people don't talk about it. And honestly, I feel like if just me saying what I say just on a promo, I feel like I'm helping someone and I'm already changing someone else's life because they don't feel alone. And that's the biggest thing, is people want to feel relatable. And my show gives the opportunity to give people a voice and to be able to talk about their stories.
I don't know if you have a name yet, but do you have a name?
Yes, it's The Truth Unleashed.
The Truth Unleashed with Cecily Chapman. Awesome.
Yes, on Unleashed TV.
On Unleashed TV. We're subbed. Nicole and I were subbed to Unleashed TV.
Thank you.
Of course.
We're
going to have a link in the description, by the way, for anybody else who wants to sub. Is there any like special code or something people could put in? Or just download the app? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Description.
Yeah, so I'm super excited to be working with this network. You know, they're small time, but again, I like to build from the bottom up. So if that's what I got to do, then that's what I got to do.
They might be small time, but nothing that you've done so far has been small time. Like Nicole and I have been just like eating dinner at like some random Italian restaurant, and your face is on the TV, and we're like, whoa, that's really cool. So
that is cool.
The marketing aspect is, you guys are killing it. You guys are definitely killing it in the marketing aspect. So what do we expect to be seeing on the show coming soon?
Basically, I'm going to be doing interviews with people who have gone through either similar things that I have, or they've gone through some kind of trauma in their life, and it's giving them a chance to kind of talk about it. And I feel like the more that people talk about issues, the more it's therapeutic and it gets off their chest. And, you know, again, being relatable with someone, and someone who can understand, and someone who gives them that comfort and that basically that space where they can be themselves and talk about the issues without being judged or thinking that they're lying or making it up. You know, I'm really just trying to help other people at this point, because I see girls all the time. They're constantly DMing me, even before this, about how they're either being abused by someone, getting raped, the bullying thing. I mean, I have so many messages that it's overwhelming. And it's honestly, it's it's a really blessed feeling to know that like I'm able to do this and I'm able to help other people by sharing what I've been through that could be either similar or, its own thing.
That's incredible. And how deep into filming are you? Like, is the first season like wrapped, or is there still a little bit to
We're
do?
almost wrapped with the first season. So
Awesome. Has there been any story that's really like gripped you like crazy?
honestly, they're all extremely touching. They're all very, good people, just dealt with a really shitty deck.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a shame that that's happened to them. But in the end, we always have like a good outcome in how we get through it, or how they are doing now and how they got over it and how they overcame it. A lot of them have kind of shifted their whole lives completely from that situation. And that's the main thing, is we want to show people that there is a solution to every problem. You just have to be willing to and have faith and, trust that you can do it.
That's amazing. And so we're traveling around the country with these people, right?
Mhm.
Has there been any experience you've had traveling that's been like, maybe not directly to do with the show, but something that's happened along your travels?
Nothing that I can really share. You're funny. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
working.
no.
I'm like, you're so funny. I'm like, you're
don't-
so
don't
funny. I
mean-
can't say anything.
I'm
You're
not trying
so
to dig up
cute.
anything. I'm just
You
genuinely,
definitely are.
I
But
swear.
honestly, everyone just needs to hang tight. But I literally have so much in store for everyone. I mean, it goes to heartfelt things to,
Intense.
I'm having a new starting a new line, Truly Beautiful by Cecily. So that'll be out soon, along with the
Are you gonna
Forbidden
buy
line.
it?
Of course I'm gonna buy it.
She's
Of
gonna
course.
buy it.
Yes, thank you. I love you, girl. I love how she's just in the background. I love you, girl.
Do you want to come say hi?
I'll come say hi.
Okay, she said she'll come say hi later.
She's the whiz behind all of this.
She's the whiz.
Thank
She's the brains behind the operation.
Yeah, you're the bronze and she's the brains. Don't forget that.
Yep. Are your bounty hunting days done then?
Definitely not.
Okay,
Definitely
that's what I was asking. I was asking if you, because I thought
No,
I could have sworn I saw you
yeah,
posting about maybe you joining the hunt, and I want to know
no,
if you were hopping on some cases.
no. I am hopping on some really important, crazy cases right now, but it's all confidential, of course. But I am working with my girlfriend in South Carolina. She owns her bail bonds company, and I basically run by side her. I either go every weekend or every other weekend, depending on my work schedule. But there's definitely like top guys that we're looking for right now.
That's awesome. Is that gonna be ever different show, same show?
I don't know why you're trying to get it out of me.
I'm not trying to get anything out of you. I'm just asking, are we gonna be able to? Because you're saying it's because I know
I'm thinking about it.
Cool.
I'm thinking about it.
Cool. That's exciting.
I can say that. I'm thinking about it.
That's exciting.
I've dabbled in it. For the most part, I'm keeping everything secret for now.
Okay. All right. So let's backtrack back to your show. What is your favorite part of it, other than helping the people you're helping, which is I'm sure your favorite part, but what is your favorite part other than that? Is it the coming back into like your own original like piece that you're doing for yourself, or is it something else?
Definitely. I think that it's more so for my peace. It's more for my sanity. And I feel, like I said, the more you talk about things and the more that you feel comfortable, the more you let it out and you don't feel like that anymore. And honestly, doing this show is probably the biggest blessing of my life.
That's awesome.
One, just because, going through losing my mom and everything that happened and all alongside of it, was really traumatizing. And I'm glad that I have a space where I can talk about those things. And yeah, it's definitely brought me a lot of peace. It's brought me, a new life, a new way of living. And it definitely puts a lot of perspective into my life because I figured out myself, and I feel like taking with what I went through and what I gone through, I would be able to help other people.
That's amazing. What do you think?
I think it's beautiful. I think it's really nice.
I don't know if you can hear it because we
I don't
have
know if you can hear me, but I think
here. Give me a second.
I think it's really, I'm so sorry. It's so weird because I'm not even on camera, but I think it's really, really awesome what you do, Cecily. I know my boyfriend has followed you forever And since the first interview, he had to kind of give me the go down, like to see like what it is and what your family's about. And I even looked into it to find out a little bit. And for you to like step out of your own shadow and like make yourself your own name, I think it's super, super awesome and super empowering.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Girls.
I really do. Hey, it's not just about girls, okay?
No, I know your show is helping everyone.
Yeah, but you know, it's just it's a good thing. You know, I wanted to use my platform as a voice of reason. I feel like I should use it to my advantage, and what better way to do that than to help other people? You know, you don't see this kind of thing happen with other celebrities. A lot of people are all about themselves, and whatever they do, and I'm not about that. You know, I'm here to kind of fulfill all my mom's dreams and what she wanted to do.
Trust me, you don't even have to say it. Like, it's blatantly obvious, the selflessness that you
Thank you.
just give off. What is the biggest difference, other than not hunting down most wanted people, between filming this show versus filming your past shows?
Right. I would say obviously bounty hunting and whatnot is a lot more exciting. It's a lot more thrilling. You have multiple teams, you have a camera team, and you have your actual work team. So it's kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of nice to not have that many.
You have more responsibilities now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it was a lot. Dealing with all of them was a lot. Now everything's in my hands, everything, like I control everything. So
hey, but I mean, that could be better also, right?
Yeah, I like that part.
Yeah,
like
whatever you say goes. But I'm gonna also assume that this show is way more gratifying for you.
Yes, definitely. I feel like it just has a bigger purpose than any other show out there.
That's awesome. Anything else you want to talk about? What else you got going on, Cecily? What else is in the pipeline? I know you're a busy girl.
Just my new line that I'm coming out with for the Cecily for Beth. It's going to be Truly Beautiful by Cecily. I
want to actually talk to you about that line, but I don't feel like I am the best person to talk to you about that.
What do you want to know?
I'm gonna bring in the second string. Come on. She wants to know about your beauty line and everything.
Okay. So I want to know. Hi.
Hi.
How
are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh my God, I love your hair.
Oh my God, I was gonna say that to you. I love your hair. Okay, so I want to know, is your line like a skincare line or like a makeup line?
Both.
It's gonna be more like skincare stuff. It's more like bath bombs, lip balm, body mist, lotion, things like that. I'm trying to keep it like real, like Hawaii, but you know,
yeah, that'd be great.
Just something that like everyone likes, you know.
Yeah,
the girly
because makeup lately has been so competitive, and you know, like a bunch of people are doing it. So I think that route is the best route because you can't go wrong with like body mist and a lip balm and all that.
And honestly, I'm not really here to do it for the competition necessarily. Like, I know I'm not going to be like the biggest like brand or anything like that. Like, I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it for me, and just I like it, you know, and I want to do it. You know, of course.
No, that's super awesome.
Bite me, but
where can we get it?
Yeah, where can we get it?
On Etsy.
Oh, really?
Oh, cool.
On Etsy, yeah.
Okay, we'll link that below.
On Etsy, it's just easier. It's in, a lot of girls use it, you know.
Yeah.
Is it out?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's going to be launching, I want to say, at the end of this month, but I do still have like all the Cecily for Beth's candles. I just came out with a roll-on. I don't know if you know that, but there's like a roll-on oils. It's really nice. Yeah, so it's been crazy. I've just been working on a lot of things all at once, so it's been kind of jam-packed, but I'm really excited. I'm finally able to do what I want to do, and I'm kind of just going with it, you know.
Yeah, and you have a lot of things going on, and for you to manage it is super awesome, because I'm like that too. I have too many things going on.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's why I was like, no, if I'm doing this kind of thing, like I have to have a couple weeks in advance, just because it's hard to set aside a whole like hour for something like this, especially I'm on the road all the time, and I'm constantly going back and forth from South Carolina, which is an 8-hour drive. So it's like, I never know where I am. I never know what I'm doing. I'm coming back from Florida, DC. I've been kind of everywhere lately, just kind of having my feelers out, trying to test the waters and try to see like exactly what I want to do.
I can't
But
even imagine
lately,
how-
I've been kind of stagnant here.
Yeah.
Show. So
I can't even imagine how many people she's a role model to for like all this shit she does. Like,
Yeah.
show
guys,
TV
honestly,
shows.
it took a lot to get here. It took a lot of willpower to get here. Especially after my mom. I mean, that was probably like the worst time of my life. So the fact that I was able to clap back from that and kind of get my life back under control, it's truly a blessing that I'm now where I
No,
am now.
It is. You're insanely strong because my mom and her are like this.
Yeah.
God, that woman. That's it. Like
Well, sometimes I want
Definitely respect her, love her every single day.
yeah.
Even if she's like nagging you, even if she does that lame stuff that they
Yeah.
do, you know what I mean? Like
We work together, we
embarrass
drive
you in the
together.
store, just let her do it. Just let her do
Yeah.
it. Fine.
Yeah,
Let
we
her
do
get the kick
everything
out of
together.
it.
So
Yeah.
I always appreciate it, even though sometimes I'm like, oh my God, like I'm always
Yes.
with my mom, but
Yes.
I love
Yes.
it.
I'd be lying if I wasn't the same, when she was around.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it does suck. So definitely love her very much
Thank you.
because once that day comes,
I know. Yeah. No, but you're incredibly strong and you keep
Thank
busy,
you. I
pushing
appreciate you so
forward
much.
is awesome.
not even keeping busy, just
Yeah.
taking
just
over.
doing stuff. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, literally.
I'll see you later, second string.
Rude.
I'm kidding. No,
Rude. She
little
runs
bit.
the show.
She
Yeah.
does. She does. She does run the show. She handles all the comments. I've been watching a lot of Shark Tank recently, so this question's gonna come out kind of out of the blue. Have you ever considered? Because I've seen people, some pretty high-ranking people walk on Shark Tank. Have you ever considered that with like your line or?
Definitely not.
You don't want a shark on your
I
team?
will not go on Shark Tank. No, they're mean. And I like to do things the way that I like to do things.
Then do a
No,
royalty deal
honestly,
with
I love
Evan.
Shark Tank. I love Shark Tank. That's funny that you even brought it up. It's definitely a show that always like inspires me to like do more, go
Yeah.
over the edge, like keep going, do more, do more, do more, do more. So it's definitely like a motivational show that I watch, but I don't think I've ever created anything that would go on Shark Tank. Like, ooh,
It
look at
always
me.
pisses me off watching it. You see 12-year-olds coming up with some crazy
Totally.
deal and then getting $2 million from someone.
Exactly.
So
I'm
you
like,
have all
Okay.
these shows going on. You have your line, your skincare line, your show, your other work that you're doing outside of the show, to TBD. What do you do to relax? Like what's your downtime looking like? Even though you might not have too much of
my
it.
downtime is whenever I can get to the water,
Nice.
hiking, water. After reading a lot of those messages at first, after I put out one of those promos, it was draining reading all the stories. So I tend to run to nature anytime I'm confused, anytime I'm upset, anytime I'm like, I just need to kind of unwind and like kind of get my sanity back. I run to nature like every time. Like
It's awesome.
like every time. I feel like it kind of just brings you back to reality and it brings you back to a center. And
I mean, you were raised in one of the most beautiful nature preserves ever, Hawaii.
yes, I miss Hawaii a lot. I definitely
How
miss-
long have you been away from Hawaii?
It's been a month. So
Oh,
it's been tough, but there's been harder things. So it's rough. I mean, you kind of have to change your whole life if you want something to happen. So it's the risk that you have to take in order to make things happen.
you're amazing. Listen, I'm not gonna bother you with any more questions. I feel like I don't want to keep asking, maybe dig something out of you that I wasn't supposed to dig out. So
No, you're okay. I think you did that already.
did
So-
I? With what? I have to go back and watch this.
It's okay.
Thank you so much again for coming on.
Hey,
Like,
you're welcome.
the
I'm
fact that you
really-
came on the first time when we had 8 followers and you came on again now, the fact that you wanted to come on again is just so awesome. And we really, over here, both of us, we really appreciate it.
We're really fangirling.
Yeah.
honestly, and I really appreciate you guys. And if it's like how I was saying, it's like we start from the bottom, here we are. So it's like I'm down to ride this whole train with you guys. You know what I mean?
Can't
Like
wait.
we could
Season
be the
3.
newbies together.
Season
We'll be
3,
the
Cecily
newbies
comes back.
together. Yes. Yes. Yeah, my sister actually wants to talk to you guys too. So
We're
that'll be
excited. Nicole was just when I turned around and looked, she showed me a little nose like ask about Bonnie. But
yeah, we have a lot of shows on Unleashed. We have, The Truth Unleashed with Cecily. We have Zach Cruz. We have The System. I think we have another one. Oh my God, I'm terrible. Anyways, but we have other shows on there too. And it's like, they're all like our generation type. I mean,
yeah,
it's what our generation is into, and it's what we know, it's what we face, it's what we deal with. I want to say like we're like the aftermath crew. We're like the aftermath, like after all that fucked up shit, here you go, like here we are, like we're the aftermath crew. Like, hi, how you doing?
yeah.
This is what happens when you do A, B, and C.
Yeah, we're heaven. You die, you come here.
Yeah.
That's awesome. No, we really can't wait to watch. Hopefully sooner rather than later. We can't wait to get our hands on Truth Unleashed with Cecily, and then the other shows as well. Everything will be linked in the description. I really want everyone, as many fans as we can get on this video, to watch. Click on that link. That'd be amazing. But again, thank you so much, Cecily. Like,
yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for
great.
having me. I always appreciate you guys, and honestly, we're all friends. So I'm happy to do this with you guys all the time.
I appreciate that.